To fix a slight overcut, simply dab on stain to conceal it. For longer overcuts, use a wasp to dish out the overcut. Removing the sharp edges of the overcut makes a softer, less noticeable appearance. Touch up the overcut with concrete stain. It is always better to have an undercut than an overcut. Undercuts can be easily fixed. To finish up an undercut, a wasp or a barracuda and touch-up template work well. If a cut was made in error, there are several options. Do nothing. Sometimes in large areas it blends in and goes unnoticed. Make more cuts. Create a tie bond for the entire brick course. Always use a ground fault circuit interrupter. Use a 10-3 extension cord to get the most power to your equipment. Motors will run cooler, last longer, be more powerful. Circuit breakers will not be overloaded as easily, and you'll get the job done faster. Make operations easier by adding on extra sections of vacuum hose. 12 to 20 feet or more is really nice. Also, install a Gore-Tex Clean Stream filter on the vacuum for better operation. Be certain to check the secondary depth limiting screw before cutting. It is responsible for balancing the engraver for a smooth, even cut. Drilled anchor holes in the concrete can be filled with crack filler or just left. It is a good idea to snap all lines prior to cutting. This allows you to check that the layout looks good. Mark the center pivot base with an arrow pointing to a screw hole. Always anchor the center pivot, starting with that hole first. Also, keep a mental or written note of the direction this arrow is pointing. This will allow you to exactly reposition the center pivot if it is necessary to remove it before engraving operations are completed. The center pivot star knob secures and tightens the connecting bar to the center pivot. If the star knob is not tight, it will cause a sloppy, ugly line. When cutting shortcuts, a loose center pivot star knob will produce overcuts. Connecting bar screws are not standard screws. Use of another type of screw will cause a loose fit between the bars, resulting in miscuts. When making brick cuts, the pointers are designed to be over the row you are supposed to be pointing at. If your pointer isn't lining up right, then the cut probably won't either.